This is 3rd John chapter 1 verse 5. Beloved, thou doest faithfully whatsoever thou doest to the brethren and to the strangers. So whatever you do to the brethren and to the strangers, is you do faithfully. And that word strangers there is talking about the Israelite foreigners. That word there for strangers, I'm not going to go to it in the Greek. The word there is xenos, okay, in the Greek, which means like foreign or foreigner, or an alien to a land, or in other words, foreigner. So it's talking about the Israelite foreigners, verse 6. Which have borne witness of thy charity before the church. So those brethren and the strangers that you do faithfully unto are the ones that have borne witness of thy charity before the church. Whom if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well. Because for his name's sake they went forth, taking nothing of the Gentiles. That's what there's life on. So they went forth to the namesake of Yahushua. We therefore ought to receive such that we might be fellow helpers to the truth. So we got to receive those people as well, to be fellow helpers of the truth. I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, to be preeminent. Preeminence meaning like superiority. So when it says, I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, receiveth us not. So Diotrephes didn't receive John, nor did he receive those who followed John. Why? Because they didn't believe it was that he was teaching. Okay? They didn't receive John. He didn't, because they had to not believe. He had to not believe what it was that John was teaching. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words. Look at that word, prating. Okay. Fulareo.
Strong's G 5396. Fluareo.
It says to utter nonsense, talk idly, prate, to bring forward idle accusations, make empty charges, to accuse one falsely with malicious words. So they were prating against John. They was uttering nonsense and bringing forth false accusations, and accused one falsely with malicious words. Meaning what? He was speaking up against John. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words, and not content therewith. Neither do he himself receive the brethren. See, he didn't receive the brethren. He didn't receive those men that believed in Yahushua. He didn't receive them. That's why John said, whatsoever thou doest, do faithful to the brethren and to the strangers. The brethren are them Jews that knew they was Israelites. Jews that knew they were Jews, or Israelites knew they was Israelites that was keeping that grew up in the land, grew up keeping the laws, and the strangers were the Israelite foreigners. Those that are scattered amongst foreign nations who was keeping different customs, who are now coming back to their true heritage. Okay? But he's saying Diotrephes didn't receive the brethren, and forbiddeth them that would. He didn't receive the brethren, and he forbid those that would receive them. That's an example of like what? All these other camps out there saying that both your parents gotta be of a certain tribe for you to be an Israelite. You're an Israelite based upon who your father is. Those are the ones who can't receive the Israelite foreigners thing. The fact that somebody might not look like an Israelite, but actually is an Israelite. That's those people. Diotrephes is an example of that. Okay? The UPK and all those other groups out there. And forbidded them that would, and casted them out of the church. So anybody that would receive them, Diotrephes casted them out of the church. See how wicked he is? Okay? That's the last point I'm gonna get on that. He wasn't willing to humble himself. Okay? He wasn't willing to humble himself. So he gonna be abased. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 4. Seek not the Lord preeminence. Seek not the Lord's preeminence, neither the king the seat of honor. So you don't seek the Lord preeminence, and you don't seek of this king the seat of honor. You're supposed to humble yourself. Because if you exalt yourself, you'll be abased. But if you humble yourself, you'll be exalted. Okay? And this is the last scripture. This is James chapter 4, verse 10. It says, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. So you got to humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and it's going to be the Lord that lifts you up. All right? The Lord is the one that exalts men, not men. So with that, I'm going to close. I hope we've learned something. And I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah, Waha Rakakwadash, Shalom.